Thanks for coming this morning. It was over 2 weeks ago that we learned that almost 150 criminals were mistakenly set free from Ontario's prisons under Dalton McGuinty's watch. Despite this urgent matter of public safety, the only peep we heard from the Premier's office in the days that followed was an announcement that Dalton McGuinty had finally joined the popular social networking site Twitter. Rather than ask the important questions like how did these criminals escape, how many are considered dangerous, or even how many are still at large, Dalton McGuinty asked teen heartthrob Justin Bieber to follow him on Twitter, no doubt to share tips on the perfect coif. It has become painfully clear that Dalton McGuinty's priorities are not the priorities of Ontario families. Today, 15 days after this story first broke, Dalton McGuinty still owes Ontario families an explanation as to who these criminals are, what crimes they committed, and how they escaped. And Ontario families deserve answers on how many of these criminals are still at large. Perhaps the Premier can use his newfound friendship with Mr. Bieber to ask if he knows how many are hiding out in his hometown of Stratford. But if Dalton McGuinty only wants to talk on Twitter, so be it. So this morning I tweeted the Premier to ask once and for all if he knows where Ontario's 143 escaped criminals are hiding. I kindly await his response. In the meantime, I encourage all of those out there in Twitterverse to please send your tips into Dalton McGuinty on the whereabouts of these escaped criminals. Only you can help solve this mystery, because it's clearly not a priority for Dalton McGuinty. All Ontario families have the right to live in a province where the rule of law is upheld and justice is served. When the system breaks down, as we've seen in this case, the government has an obligation to immediately reassure the public that they are safe and that all steps are being taken to stop these mistakes from happening again. Thank you very much, and happy to take your questions.